Hello? Shadow Carja?
Intruder! Get her!
I've been seen.
Whatever you do, don't die now.
Fire, bitches! Keep firing this shit at you guys. That's them done. What? I thought I had ammo for that. What? I missed. Ah, fuck him.
Power's down.
Is there another route?
Alright. I knew there'd be fire carjas. Oh, no, fire carjas. Shadow carjas. Oh, not the fire striker. Shit. Just want to loot your friends. There we go. Here, 99 metal shit. Get out of life. Okay, so that's the way to go. But what does this place? So that door's dead. Ah, look at that. There's more to read. Hello, what's that? Shrooms. Is this another interview? I'm curious about these interviews now. Travis Tate.
Now, those lame FBI black hats at Mockingbird back in the day, I enjoyed schooling them. But maybe I went in too hard on this poor counselor. She was cute, and just going down a checklist after all. Couldn't expect her to see how ridiculous Zero D's ambitions are. God's own budget thrown at a kid playing with a hologram sculptor? Palms up, honey. I'm just calling it like it is. Hey, look, Mom, I'm making nature. Now, if nature is so important, why not let nature take its course? Extinction? That's natural. Zero Dawn? No, ma'am, that ain't. Heck, it's so unnatural it'd be called an abomination back home, and you know it. That's why you're hiding it. Meanwhile, my little honey of a counselor, she's munching the inside of her cheek. Bad habit. She chewed one of her nails, too, just one. Not your day, was it, little sweet pea? Saw her quota slipping away. Said, I assume you intend to decline the assignment, Mr. Tate. You kidding me? 18 months hard labor in exchange for 30 years lounging around Elysium watching porn? Sign me up.
That's the attitude to have. Holy shit. That guy's got it. I always did like him.
Zero Dawn. It is art, in a way. An expression on the grandest scale. But there is so much unfairness. Why was I chosen? Was it decided by committee? By algorithm? My family will be saved because I happen to graduate in art history? Is this right?
Dr. Sauvé? Christina Sauvé?
Yes. I met a man, another historian. His fields are Bauhaus and the New Materialists. But he once attended one of my talks. Another unfair chance. Of all the many people in that auditorium, that we should both be here now. And yet, I feel more accepting of my fate. No, it is not fair. Not at all. But for the sake of my family, for the sake of art. Art is alive. It must be able to speak from beyond history and echo in the future, not perish into oblivion. This opportunity, I must do this.
Of course the artsy people are on board. But now we know why she was sort of picked, I guess, as candidate, because she knew lots about history and shit, and they want to preserve that. But I want to know why was it Apollo? How come it didn't work so well here? Because no one knew anything about them.
Here we go.
Power cells again.
Another one of these. Need to find the right configuration.
Ah, dicks.
There's a part missing. Maybe there's a storage area nearby.
Oh, power cells. So, where am I going? Restore power to the door. Oh, there we go. Oh, and look, there's one more here.
Hey, I'm done with Brett's incompetence, okay? Somehow, he managed to install an H-emitter node backwards. Everything's in reverse. I don't get paid to clean up Brett's messes. If you want it fixed, send him up to storage for a new emitter, not me. Parker out.
So wait, that means everything's in... Oh, look at that. It's upside down. Pharaoh's supposed to be at the top, see? So it means... Oh. Okay, so this one's fine. So we need to go... and this one needs to go... Oh, what's that one? So it's left, up, left, and then down, right. Down, right.
Done. I should check the door nearby.
Yeah, and that will open up that one. And then I've got to find power cells, looks like, for these 4. And then dingbat Brett install it upside down. So it'll be in reverse. Gotcha. Oh, there's a ladder. Nothing up here? No. The fuck is that thing? It's an
Found
emitter.
one. Looks intact.
What do I have to do with that though? Oh, there's a tightrope. Oh, it's just literally, it was just resources, like a loot crate. Okay. So is that all I needed? Was that emitter? Oh, look at that. So he did it upside down. Oh dear. So it's down. That'll be left. Down, left. Up. So that one's fine. Down, left, up, right, down. Is that how that works? Did I do it good?
That did it.
Beautiful.
We should have power.
Now to see what lies beyond it.
We did it. I don't know what I needed to restore power to, but... Oh, this thing, that's right. Oh, I forgot all about this damn door. Oh, shit. And the damn shadow carja.
Eclipse. They're here.
Avoid contact.
Lines look good.
Gaia. It's up there. 2nd floor.
Can you reach it?
So much for avoiding contact.
We have to murder a few fools. I need some fire bombs in. Like right now, bitches. Suck fire bombs! I like these bombs, they're good fun. Those bombs are a hell of a good fun. Oh. Well, my fun's over.
This wretched place.
Got him.
Get over here. She's coming.
Hi, guys. Oh. Okay, time to heal. Get away from me. I'm stuck in the corner, guys. I'm stuck in the corner. I can't do anything. There we go. Can't see this dude is on my case. Would you get off me? him in the dick.
Area accessible. Elevators non-operational. Stairwells have collapsed.
Can't see his head.
Don't have eyes on.
Got him.
That's the last of them.
Alright, now we can chill, can we?
Repeat.
Hey, look, can we chill now? Oh, for fuck's sake. He's what do you do, Aloy? Oh, you suck.
Room's clear. For a moment, anyway.
Holy shit.
Get moving. You have to find Gaia.
I have to loot first, Solons. I don't want the Deathbringer, I want the, yeah. Oh, fuck, what's in here? Oh my god, alright. Obviously, that's the way to go, is that guy. What else is in here? I haven't even looked in here yet. It was just murder, murder, murder. All murder. More health shrooms, that's great. Okay. Is there more shrooms over there?
Saving these for the trail.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so there's not much in this little room. Yeah, it's all pretty chill in here, I think. And then there was these dudes who are big and angry. But they're dead. We got more little things. Simulation results. Wow, you weren't kidding about Gaia's predilection for animal morphologies. Ugh, that's a lot of big words. Sure, not totally unexpected given the rough natural terrain her bots will have to navigate, but I agree that there's something deeper going on here. Her designs aren't just functional, they also feel like, well, tributes is the word that comes to mind, as though she's already mourning their loss, and not just for the disappearing fauna of our time, but creatures from the fossil records too. References to megafauna in some of her designs, so cool. Well, whatever Gaia thinks up, her fermentus, he's the Greek dude, I can't say his name, will empower her to build it. I just wish we could still be around in a century or two to see what she makes. Oh, he's talking about, like, you know how I was saying the snap boil, the crocodile, like she's basically looked at, like, say, for example, the snap boil and be like, oh, you know what, crocodiles, pretty damn cool. I'm going to make a robot based off of that shit. Glinthawks, you know, hawks, eagles, whatever it's based off of, pretty damn cool. I'm going to make a robot like that. That's what she's, I guess, what they're talking about.
I'm Margot Shen, and this is Hephaestus.
Hephaestus.
As the name might tip you off, this is going to be the subordinate function that Gaia will use to make lots and lots of robots. Her personal forge. Except, it's not that simple. So, like, you probably noticed that only about a third of you are robotics engineers. The rest, experts in machine cognition, virtual heuristics, that stuff. Well, that's because we aren't going to be the ones designing and building robots. The last thing we want is to burden Gaia with a bunch of outmoded 21st century designs. Waste of time. Our purpose is to empower Gaia to build the robots. And not just build, imagine, from scratch. Any robot she needs for any conceivable purpose, designed and fabricated at a snap of a finger. Hers. Her finger. So, Hephaestus isn't really the forge. It's more like the knowledge of craft and ingenuity of a mastersmith to wield the hammer. Encoded as software. Virtual creativity made real. Gaia's already learning. In simulation, she's doing some very creative things with fractal assembly and animal morphologies. Her designs aren't about to win the Liam Prize anytime soon, but hey, everyone has to start somewhere. So, yes, time to get started. Let's do this.
I don't get it.
Like,
Which
oh my
part?
god.
It's a little technical at places.
If Gaia was designed to save life, why would the robots it makes attack people?
Perhaps it loves some forms of life more than others.
The derangement. The machines weren't always so angry.
They used to be so nice.
Mostly they were docile until 10, 15 years ago.
For years, Phaestus has been forcing cauldrons to make aggressive machines. I've seen it myself, in the cauldrons. Stalkers, Ravagers, a Thunderjaw. How could it do that? And why?
Why indeed?
Why indeed? That's super cool though. Full steam ahead. Margot, if I doubted your brilliance in the slightest, I wouldn't have picked you as the Hephaestus Alpha. You need to stop worrying about your age and communication style. You are who you are. Have confidence in yourself, you know what you're doing. Case in point, the latest draft of your plan for the construction and stocking of bootstrap silos to store raw materials is excellent. This, combined with your design for the AM Foundry core and the Foundry site selection plan, add up to a comprehensive plan. Plan. It's time to start construction. One detail. Consult with Aomide Okielo before you finalize the silo inventories. Hephaestus' first task will be to fabricate the robots that will construct the waveform broadcast towers, Minerva, which will use to transmit the deactivation codes, so any exotic materials needed for the towers should be accounted for in the inventory plan. Are these towers, just questioningly, are they the Tallnecks? Is that why they decided to build? Because they're like sort of mobile, kind of? Mobile robots that broadcasted the deactivation codes? Is that what Tallnecks are? I think they were. Because they're kind of like giraffes, you know?
I've seen these shapes before.
What the fuck?
In cauldrons.
But of course, the birthing places of Gaia's machines.
Gaia and your machines. Okay, so I guess there's no other little snippets around here, no little pieces of lore. I'm super into it now. Wait, is that one? No, it's just a little circle on it. Damn computer screen. Got me. I thought it was another plan. I like how they hired like a 16-year-old lady to be like the voice of that little demonstration. Like, totally. This is Festus. Like, he's totally cool. Radical. So out of touch. No. God, the kids these days. Alright. Alright, moving on up, I guess. We gotta get to this Gaia presentation. Can I scan that through the table? No, I cannot. I guess I'm going to that room at some point. Right. Oh, you look at all that shit in there.
I think this is it. Elizabeth Sobek's office. But it's sealed off. There's got to be a way inside.
Keep looking.
Hold on, Aloy. I haven't even got very far yet and you're already writing me off.
More clips.
Careful now.
Where? Oh, dick and balls are everywhere. What do these fucks want? Why can't they just leave me alone to explore and collect lore? I love it. Bastards have to ruin my fun all the time. Oh, fan of this bullshit. Just keep sneaking on through. Sneaking on through. Sneaky, sneaky. Alright. Guess I gotta go down here and murder a few bastards before I can actually get into that office.
Welcome to Apollo, the collective memory of the human species and the
Oh, look at this lady.
of knowledge for future generations. I am Samina Ebaji. Until recently, I was director of the International Collective Memory Institute in New Tehran. As a heritage
This
professional,
lady from the videos.
I devoted my career to the preservation of human knowledge, creative endeavor, and cultural achievement. Apollo is, therefore, the ultimate embodiment of a lifelong passion, albeit under the very worst circumstances imaginable. The challenges before us are immense. Specifically, we will have to design and implement 4 major initiatives simultaneously. First, the construction of data repositories in cradle facilities around the world, ensuring redundancy. Second, the collection and processing of a projected 180 million discrete data entries. 42 zettabytes of data in Mandarin, English, Spanish, and Arabic. Third, The transferal and encoding of all that data onto DNA encapsulated in synthetic fossils. The only medium capacious and durable enough to safeguard it without degradation for the centuries to come. And last, but not least, the development of the holographic interface and gamified curricula, by which future humans will commune with Apollo, progressively unlocking heuristic learning modules, leveling up their knowledge and skills they will need to take control of the terraforming system. That is the future towards which all of our efforts will be directed. Not just the preservation of the past, but the seed for the flourishing of a new tree of knowledge. Welcome, and let us begin.
Okay, so that's the Apollo things, but what happened to it? Like, because none of these people in, I guess, these times know anything about old school Earth. So what the hell happened? Something must have happened. I'm just saying. Encapsulated D, N, and or A. And the winner is encapsulated DNA. Over the past 10 years, I performed an exhaustive review of data storage solutions, magnetic, optical, quantum, even the eternity tech that FAS has shilled a year or so ago. But every other solution has one or more fatal shortcomings. Too heavy, too transport, too massive to install in the allotted space, too power intensive over the centuries, too prone to failure past 300 to 400 years, etc. Encapsulated DNA will easily hold the 40 plus zettabytes we're projecting for Apollo. There are still many details to finalize, of course. To start with, we need to select the inert material in which we'll embed the molecular, already testing 16 candidate materials, as well as design and fabricate the power systems and sealed relic somethings that will keep the DNA at negative 18 degrees Celsius for 1,000 plus years. So long as I assure you that it didn't factor into my decision, may I confess that I dreamed to entirely fitting, indeed propitious, that we will be using the very building blocks of life to preserve human knowledge from mechanized extinction. It's not just ironic, but heroic. Life as the hero, beating back the forces of oblivion. In any case, much to do. Until next time, peace be with you, Samina. Whatever. So, maybe that's why it didn't work. Maybe she just didn't finish it in time. It was too many... It was too problematic. I don't know. She can't get through here. Find the entrance to Sobek's office. I know that. So we're going to have to go down here and murder a few people. Aren't we? Stay down there, Aloy. Oh, there's ladders. Whoops. There's literally a staircase I didn't see. Oh, I'm an idiot. Alright, but there's another one. Another piece of tippet. Apollo update. Here we go. This might shed more light into it. Over the past 2 months, the full benefit of our procurement of a copy of the Homer archive from Far Zenith has made itself known, and as a result, all of Apollo's key deliverables are on schedule. Apollo has already surpassed 40 million discrete data entries and continues to grow. The physical science modules are effectively complete, with soft science modules close behind. World history, cultural data, and media archives are also on schedule. Language preservation is wrapping up a bit ahead of schedule due to falling short of our goal to preserve 4,500 languages. I suppose the tragic early loss of Papua New Guinea doomed that goal from the outset. With attentive curricular development about to begin. Speaking of the heuristic curricula, they are performing well in testing, with children and adolescents demonstrating high levels of engagement with and trust in the Acertolite, blah blah blah, and SPC. Personally, I find them highly engaging, especially when they debate. I wish half my professors had been so entertaining. Peace with you, Samina. Okay, so from that little thing, it sounded like, you know, the Project Apollo was going swimmingly. Like, everything was ahead of schedule, if not on schedule. Oh, Christ. Do I just want to... Oh, that's a big dude with a big gun. I don't know if I just want to go on here guns blazing, or do I want to try a sneak attack a few of them? Oh, it's just a sneak attack.
We don't find her. Keyless.
Why can't I stab you? Yeah, see, now they've seen me. Get out the way, Aloy. Okay, one dead. I would like to get him, because he's the guy with the gun. Fuck, there's one right here. keep going around the edge and killing them. That would work, wouldn't it? So there's a few more in here. If I can kill a few with the old gun, stabby gun. He comes right up here. Good, I'll wait for him. You can come right here, buddy, and then I'll come stab you in the face. Well, which way's he going? Oh, he's going the other way. Shit, I don't want to wait that long. What about you? There's your friend up there. Maybe I can stab this. I mean, shoot him in the face. Alright, that's one more. He's gone over this way. I can get to you, my friend. Good. Who else we got? You there. You right there. So you must be above me. Alright. Well, that dude's coming back, so I can get to this dude. Good, Aloys. Oh, fuck, that's too close. God, that's really close. Alright, they're onto me.
Anyone's...
Need to move. Any more of them? It's just this dude left. Alright, good. Play with this. Surprise, bitch!
The last of them. On once more.
Stealth, it kind of worked.
Should have been a cave of wonders. Look around. See if anything is left.
Oh, I will. Right, something over there, it looks like.
All of this lost. The ancients' greatest gift to us.
Greatest? How about the fact we exist at all?
To abide in ignorance is a curse, Aloy. You of all people should know that.
Fuck, what's that? Wasn't there a shiny thing, or am I crazy? Maybe it's up there. I need to find... Oh, yeah, I see it. It's just this dude. That little glowy thing out of the ground was just that the dead dudes I murdered. Okay. Nothing exciting here. Dead dudes. But they need to go up. And there was actually a little ladder right here. Oh, here we go.
Dr. Sobek, please archive this testimonial in Apollo. Cross-reference to all mentions of my name and Operation Enduring Victory. My name is General Aaron Harris. From 2060 to 2066, I served as the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, the highest-ranked officer of the United States Armed Forces. The tenure of my command included strategic planning and oversight of Operation Enduring Victory, a falsehood perpetrated on the civilian populations of the United States and other nations during the last 14 months of life on this planet. Before the Pharaoh Plague, I did my job and did it well. I was bold and decisive, crafty in political maneuvers. It wasn't an accident that I rose to my position and became the commander of the largest mechanized force ever assembled. But to what end? My only lasting achievement was the extinction of life on Earth. And my one redeeming act, if any, was to delay that extinction by days or weeks, by throwing more death at it. It is my hope that there will be no need for men like me in the world to come. If you are one of the people of that future world listening to this message, please know that I am sorry. and that I wish you well. Sincerely, Aaron Harris.
So that's his little confession tape. Dude feels bad. I mean, I would too. But I think he hinted at that last time we sort of...
Welcome to Hades. Zero Dawn's extinction failsafe protocol. The ultimate killer app.
Now we know what Hades does.
I know what you're thinking. The purpose of Gaia is to resurrect life. So why give her a subordinate function, only purpose of which is to wipe out life all over again? I mean, what? Just plumb crazy, ain't it? Well, no, it isn't. Reconstituting a biosphere? That's a tall order. Tech smart as Gaia may be, odds are she won't get it right the first time. I mean, imagine you're Gaia, 200 years from now, and this new biosphere growing, it's all gone wrong. Alkalines are skyrocketing, coniferous forests eroding under the lash of superstorms that would have drowned Noah. It's chaos. Spinning top that won't stop wobbling. Now what are you gonna do? Release phase 1 organisms into that hot mess? Hope their CO2 and methane can balance out what you got started? Hell no. What you're gonna do, Gaia, is step aside while Hades takes over and does what you're just too darn nurturing and life-loving to do, which is burn that misbegotten mess of a biosphere to the ground so Gaia can start over. Okay, not burn, more like reverse terraforming operations and suffocate it. But you get the idea. Hades takes the biosphere back to zero. Square one, blank slate. And then, only then, does it hand the steering wheel back to Gaia and say, try again, old girl. And better this time, or we'll have to do this again. That's Hades. It's pretty badass when you think about it. Extinction on demand. Death on speed dial. All for the greater good, of course, but still, kind of metal. So welcome to Hades. Welcome to the void.
Okay,
Motherfucker.
so if that's the original purpose of Hades, why does it want me extinct?
We need more data.
And how does it end up in the wreckage of a Pharaoh Titan, getting worshipped by the Eclipse like some kind of god?
I'm learning as you are, Aloy. Keep searching.
Noise complaints. Color me confounded, Lizzie. Bashkor. Anyone who says the old TT codes to Bashkor is straight up lying, and you know it. Old Trav don't... Oh, it's Travis Tate. Old Trav have no truck with gun... No, that's a bit more south than he is. Heck, I'd rather guzzle a liter of Citrum runoff than listen to the Grey Swan for 30 seconds, hand to God and swear at my mama's grave and she was religious. Nah, that ain't Bashkor blasting the Hades lab, shaking the walls, rattling folks' teeth. It's death metal, girl. Classic music, 80s and 90s mostly. Give me some Dutch deathcore, some Japanese gore grind, some Swedish cannibal themed stuff too. Stop by if you want to listen, or heck, just come within 50 meters of the lab. Ain't no Bashkor you'll see or hear. Rather, in the screech that rends the air and field. In the throbbing pulse of the floor and the walls, the ceiling swallowed you up like you was Jonah trapped in the gullet of gothic death fish. Hallelujah. As for those requests to turn it down, no can do, Lizzie. This is how I code. Turn down my death metal, might as well give up stimulates. Chocolate malts and industrial accident vids. Last I heard, we were supposed to be coding Hades down here. Am I really supposed to code an extinction protocol without death metal to inspire me? Nuh-uh. I don't think so. Stay cool, Trav. Damn, Trav, you're the coolest one of them all. I'm so jealous. So Trav was part of the Hades team. He looks like he was a coder. Hades protocol. Oh god, date here. Just bopped 3 blues. But I earned it. Finally figured out a Goldilocks solution to Guy's rather extreme executive authority. If you ain't worthy, and if you ain't worth 10-12 hours of dream time, what is? Before this, every usurpation protocol I designed failed in simulation because it was either too hard or too soft. Too hard, and it degraded the Gaia core. Sure, it pried her figurative fingers off the figurative driving wheel so Hades could take control, but by breaking her fingers, sometimes her arms too, so that couldn't fly. Everything depends on Gaia's taking control back from Hades after Hades has done his business, so had to find a solution that didn't leave Gaia any worse for the wear. Too soft, and Gaia only pretended to relinquish control, and in simulation after simulation, Hades would take control of the terraforming system, reverse operations, only to have Gaia lurk in the background, quietly reversing processes and falsifying telemetry to hide its interference. Sneaky. I swear, ain't nothing Gaia would do to keep life going, even when it's just simulated plant life. Turns out the just right solution is to isolate Gaia in a protective code shell, persevering its integrity, then unseat it from command position so Hades can slip into the figurative captain's chair and work its magic. Those blues are coming on strong now, so I'm not sure describing it so clear, but pretty sure it'll work. Yeah, those blues are pretty strong. Guess it's time to sleep in bed. I'll be back at it tomorrow, alligators. God, Tate. Even I don't make sense trying to talk like you. It's bad enough. But Tate's... Damn, Tate's so cool. Alright, there's another one. Come on, Tate. Be another Tate. Archive abuse. Oh, damn it. It's two Mr. Tate. Mr. Tate. This will be the squeers. This mail concerns Apollo Archive submission, blah, blah, blah. Your 666th submission in just 5 days. And oh, what a doozy. Despite earlier warnings, Ari, inappropriate materials you choose to submit 265 holographic remasters of acknowledged classics of extreme exploration cinema. Allow me then to thank you on 2 counts. 1, for giving me the pleasure of rejecting your submission, thereby consigning your favorite Eastern European torture flicks and their ilk to the dust heap of oblivion. It truly warms my heart to know that I have saved future humanity from the ordeal of experimenting not just one, but all 16 installments of making a millipede. Don't worry, the material has already been preserved extreme, perhaps, but okay. 2, for clarifying a concept that has long been ambiguous and ethically fraught for archives such as myself, the definition of obscenity. You have freed me from the subjective quagmire embodied in Jude Potter's famous utterance, I know it when I see it, thanks to you. I can now apply a single objective correction. If Travis Tate submits it, it's obscene. Accordingly, I have directed Apollo staff to summarily reject all of your future submissions, sight unseen. Perhaps you might invest the time you would have spent preparing further submissions on, oh, I don't know, your assigned work. We have a world to save after all. Well, the rest of us do anyway. Oh, that's a Samina lady. What a bitch. I don't like her at all anymore. Travis for president. Alright, so we're going this way. So he was basically just trying to submit shit. Submit, like, movies and film and all sorts of other crap that to preserve, I guess, but turns out he was into some pretty funky shit.